Hey Tubies, welcome to this in-depth analysis of the current political landscape in Singapore. Today, we delve into a thought-provoking discussion that questions the prevailing perceptions about governance, leadership, and the role of the People's Action Party, PAP. In a recent statement, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong emphasized that it's a biggest misconception to assume that Singapore will always have sufficient reserves. This assertion has sparked conversations about the country's financial security and economic future. However, there's another significant misconception that warrants examination: the idea that Singapore's prosperity is solely tied to the PAP's leadership. Critics argue that the perception of the PAP as the sole guardian of Singapore's well-being is misguided. They point out that a healthy democracy should encourage diversity and a healthy exchange of ideas, rather than relying solely on one political party. The concerns raised about the PAP's internal challenges, combined with a series of global transitions, have ignited discussions about Singapore's future. Presidential hopeful Tharman Shanmugaratnam's recent comments about the uncertain times ahead have fueled speculation. He articulated his concerns about the country's trajectory and the unpredictable nature of global shifts. This echoes the narrative that the PAP has consistently conveyed, one of impending challenges and turbulent times. But should a nation's leadership only focus on the negatives, or is there room for optimism and proactive problem-solving? Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong's words, spoken during the May Day rally, painted a picture of an increasingly dangerous world. Prime Minister Lee echoed this sentiment, highlighting three potential geopolitical storms that could disrupt Singapore's progress. Critics argue that while challenges are inevitable for any nation, dwelling solely on potential threats can create a sense of unease among the population. The question that emerges is whether Singapore, as a nation, can aspire to achieve more than preparing for storms. Critics assert that the leadership should aim to inspire confidence, foster innovation, and tackle problems head-on, rather than consistently projecting pessimism. Interestingly, the PAP's messaging has long been centered around values such as honesty, integrity, and respect for citizens. However, recent scandals and controversies have raised questions about whether these values are consistently upheld. Prime Minister Lee's National Day message, which emphasized the exceptional nature of the country, might appear contradictory to the issues that have come to light. Critics argue that exceptionalism is earned through consistent actions, and Singapore's recent slip-ups and controversies may challenge the notion of exceptionalism. They point to incidents such as ministers coming under investigation by the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, CPIB, the usage of the Protection from Online Falsehoods and Manipulation Act, POFMA, and the treatment of citizens based on their political affiliations. Last month, Singapore witnessed its first execution in 2 decades, raising debates about the death penalty's role in society. Additionally, concerns have been raised about the increasing number of suicides and the lack of an official poverty line and minimum wage. Critics argue that these issues highlight the need for comprehensive social policies that address the well-being of all citizens. As Singapore approaches its National Day, the recurring theme of leadership and governance takes center stage. Amidst the calls for betterment, the question arises: can Singapore aspire to be exceptional once again? Can it rise above controversies, enhance its social fabric, and provide equal opportunities for all? But we want to hear from you, our viewers. What are your thoughts on the points discussed? Do you believe the PAP's leadership is vital for Singapore's prosperity, or do you see room for alternative perspectives? Are the concerns about internal challenges and external transitions valid, or do you have a more optimistic view of Singapore's future? Let your voices be heard in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful discussions like this. Your engagement helps us continue bringing you content that sparks meaningful conversations. Until next time, remember that your perspective matters in shaping the discourse about Singapore's present and future.